Five, four, three, two, one. Welcome to Candy Conversations with Danielle and
Devin.
what? Was that your music
Well, it's Facebook, but yeah.
playing? Okay, so we do not own the rights to any music that was just played on here. I will have to insert that in a um in the description. So we do not own any music that was just played. So my wonderful co-host, Devin, let's get off the F and the B.
You funny. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
so today we're going to talk about hot topics. And have you ever heard of this wonderful comedian named Miss Pat?
I have.
You have. Okay.
For
And have
sure a
you
couple
heard?
times. Yeah.
Say it again.
I say yes, I have. I said I've watched a couple of her show a couple times here and there.
Okay. Cool. Oh,
She a
show
little
girl.
vulgar for me, but she alright.
She's a little vulgar for you, or you're just not man enough to handle what she has to say.
What is being man enough to do
Oh, not
with
man
that
enough, but
narrative?
I mean, are you just, or is it just too?
It's
I
too
think man
vulgar.
enough. That's right. It's too vulgar. You know, you're right. And you have a fake shirt on. I'm right. You're right. I'm sorry. Can we start over?
Are we gonna press, huh? I don't know what that was about,
Okay.
but okay.
Well, okay. No, I'm just okay. So I'm saying, I know she says a lot of things about guys. That's why. But I'm going to show a clip,
She curses a lot. That's
and
what
I would love
vulgarity
you to.
is.
You don't like a lot of cursing,
I don't.
really? Do you find it more acceptable for a man to curse more than a lady, female?
No. There's a lot of comedians that are vulgar. But she,
Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna bring up this clip.
go ahead with
No,
your
you're
clip.
okay. Okay, go ahead with your little clip. Go ahead. All right, hold on.
We fuck up as black parents because as soon as that child turn 18,
Can you hear
we
it?
tell them to get the fuck out of our house. We're the only race that does that. Italians don't do it. White people don't do it. Mexicans don't do it. We just throw our kids out to the wolves. I remember one time my husband was building a house and this girl was 28 years old and it was in Buckhead. It was back in the 90s. And she was building a $500,000 house back then. You can imagine what it's worth now.
Mm-hmm.
And she had stayed with her parents the whole time and saved her money. And I remember my husband coming home and telling me that story, Madison. And that always stuck with me. Because when Ashley went to college, I said, oh, it's time for y'all to get out. And then I realized, I said, but get out with what? I don't have anything for her. I don't have anything saved for her, no future. I'm just throwing my child out. And I had to go back and, and deal with myself. And so when I was building that house you see I have built now, and I tell my kids, you ain't got to go no fucking well. Save your money. So when you leave up out of here, you can pay for your house cash, like the story my husband told me about this little white girl in Buckhead. But as black parents, that's what we do. You 18. It's time for you to go. No, it's not. It's time for you to continue to help them grow. Now, everybody got that one piece of shit in their life.
Yeah.
Everybody got that one kid. I was on the phone with mine last night that you got to constantly knock upside the head. But you got to love that one too. You do. And that's what I learned from being a black parent. Stop that shit kicking them out. Stop that shit worrying about their sexuality. We got to learn to support them more.
Yeah.
All right. Were you able to hear all that?
I did. I heard it yesterday when you sent it to me.
So you agree with her?
I believe being a parent, um, you teach your kids long before they ever get to they to 18. Like it shouldn't be, oh, you're 18, I'm kicking you out. Like there should have been a process that led up to adulthood long before they became adults. Like I didn't start teaching my kids financial planning when they got 18. Those things were taught to them when they were in middle school. I didn't wait till they became adults to talk to them about their plans for after high school. Like I sat down with my kids when they went into high school and I told them, look, this next 4 years is the foundation for the rest of your life. You take this next 4 years and focus on your education, and you can decide on whether you want to go to college, you want to go into a trade, if you want to go to the military, whatever it is that you want to do. But these next 4 years are paramount. Forget the little girls, forget the little boys. It's okay to date. Don't get involved in no relationships. Have fun. Enjoy your life. You don't need that type of responsibility. That's what I told my kids. It wasn't at 18, now we got to have a conversation. No, we've had this conversation the whole time in the process. Destiny and I have this conversation often. Destiny and I had this conversation last week. You messing up. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not setting the stage for the rest of your life. What type of life do you want to live? Not what kind of job, not where you want to go to school. What type of life do you desire to live? And then I told her, what you're doing doesn't make sense. And I need you to think bigger. Not on how can I make 6 figures, not on how can I make 7 figures, not how can I go to somebody's job, but how can I own? How can I be an 8-figure earner? Like you have way more potential than being a nurse. Nothing against nurses. Being a CNA, being whatever. Those are all great stepping stones, but that shouldn't be the goal in life is to go get a job. And we had that conversation. And she's 14. By the time she gets 8, you and I, we sat down with her. I had her doing the t-shirts this summer. I've had her sewing. I've talked to her about braiding hair. She's sold candy. Like I've taught her to be an entrepreneur. When my older kids, I was new in my business, but they did my marketing. They sent out the emails and the Facebook messages, and we did those things together. I taught them how to do taxes. So when they went to college, which was my expectation for them, that they could make a little side money. Do the little kids taxes at school for $100. Like they have marketable skills before they left my house. Now, what they do with it is on them. But it wasn't, oh, at 18 you got to get out. No, at 18 you need to have a plan. You're not finna just be hanging out here. But it wasn't you got to get out. It was, what's your plan? Where are we going? What are we doing? What's the next step? What's the next phase? What are we trying to accomplish? And that's what every parent, I don't care what nationality they are, what culture it is, you should be having these conversations with your children once they hit middle school.
So you say starting at middle school, that's when the conversation should start happening.
Again, as I said in the previous episode, you do little things to start preparing them when they're young, but they have a concept of money when they hit middle school. Everybody wants the new shoes, they want the freshest clothes. You start building those habits And then you start talking about and teaching financial responsibility. Those are foundational things. I think our school system has never taught the right things. I think a lot of the things that are taught in school are things that nobody ever uses, or the mass majority of people never use. We should have curriculum based stuff that teach life skills and not algebra. Nobody, very few people use algebra once they leave high school. Nobody cares about history, no science. Like all of those things are great foundational pieces in elementary school and even maybe in middle school. But when you get to high school, we should start looking at life, and the schools need to do a better job of taking kids through the process of actually becoming and being prepared to be adults. I think it's the parents' job, but there's a piece where the school should be involved. The schools are not teaching things that are beneficial when these kids leave school. Our system is failing all the way around.
Well, I understand. You have to have a life plan, and it's always best, especially with, our current economy, to have your own, because you never know what might happen. So I agree with you with that. Shall we move on, or do you want to continue to stay on this topic?
No, whatever you like, whatever you like.
Okay, so have you heard about the TikTok, the latest of the TikTok drama news that's been going on?
No, ma'am.
Regarding this? Oh, you have not.
So what's the TikTok drama?
Okay, so I haven't went down the rabbit hole too much. Just a little bit. I dug just a little bit. And apparently there's a content creator that's huge on TikTok, and she is now suing another person for taking her husband.
Okay.
Again, I didn't write the news. I just happened to find it. And so, this is what happened. So again, everything is alleged. But apparently they went to court. Like this was like a full lawsuit. Like it was a trial. And they settled the trial yesterday. And I am going to pull this up because when I heard about it, I'm like, no, this isn't true. This isn't true. Because I love to watch another YouTuber not YouTuber, but a channel called Law and Crime. And they actually had this on their show, this topic. So I am going to bring it up for us. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but we'll watch a couple clips. This is brought to you by Queen City News. I'm going to bring it up.
Now have to pay $1.75 million after jury found her liable for destroying a Durham couple's marriage. So some might ask what love's got to do with it, but the lawsuit filed in Durham County Court accused Brene Kennard, an influencer with nearly 3 million TikTok followers and 274,000 followers on Instagram, of seducing and having an affair with her manager. The jury found Kennard liable for criminal conversation and alienation of affection. Let's talk about that now. Joining us now is Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes. So Khalif, when we talk about this, and this is a serious matter here, North Carolina is one of the few states that still allows that alienation of affection lawsuit. So in simple terms, does the jury or judge have to be able to see, what specifically do they have to see to be able to say, you know what, we're going to rule in your favor.
I guess it's not just a secondhand emotion. I guess
like Tina Turner said, right?
So you're right. You've got a couple states that talk about this: North Carolina, Mississippi, South Dakota, New Mexico, Utah, and Hawaii. All the other states have either had this removed or never had it at all. It's been repealed. These are called these heart bomb laws, where you are breaking up the sanctity of marriage. That's a contract already between the spouses, and now you're coming in and you're interfering, interjecting, or interceding into their marriage. And because of that, that person now that feels like they've been wrong has a claim against you. This is based in tort law. And so you ask the question of what do they need to be able to prove? Genuine loving marriage. So first of all, there has to be a loving marriage. Guys can't be separated, can't be going through any type of divorce. That's going to be something that's key. Second, there needs to be some malicious or wrong act. You've done something, either slept with them, maybe attempted to, come on to them, something to do an overt offensive act to attack the marriage. And then there was a loss of affection. Now this person done something and they've made you, lose a genuine affection that you had for your other person. And then it caused some damage to the person that was harmed. So the wife in this situation, she has to have something physical that's triggered based off this. I just can't say you hurt my feelings. Right. It needs to be some emotional distress, something where I'm seeking treatment, some type of therapy. It has to manifest into something larger than just, I don't like that you did to me.
How much somebody's social media and that persona deal with a case like this?
I think it plays a big part in it. Most of the time, what type of money you can bring in takes the into the account for what type of award that a person may be able to receive in the future, right? If I'm going to sue you, I don't want to sue someone that's making $10 an hour. Right. But if a person's bringing in, say, $30 million a year, or like these social media influencers that are bringing millions, then yes, you now have an ability to pay if I get a judgment against you. So I think that portion's there that they have now the means. But then if you have things that are online, now you have a lot that the plaintiffs can go and find. Mm-hmm. Hey, I said that I didn't break up their marriage. Well, they pulled a video out that said that you knew that you wronged them. Mm-hmm. That was something that her attorney used in the case against the person, saying, well, you talked about not knowing that this was something that was going to affect their marriage. Mm-hmm. Well, wait, here's this video where you said the complete opposite. How do you reconcile those two? So they can use your words against you. So that social media, while it has allowed you to become profitable, sometimes it may hurt you. But North Carolina is not new to this. We've had large sums of awards in the past, $5.9 million.
Okay, that's all I wanted to play on that clip. Can you give me your initial why? First of all, why are we looking like this?
Because that's craziness.
That's what?
I said because that's craziness. That's my stance. It's craziness.
Why do you say it's crazy?
I think it's insane for somebody else to be responsible for your marriage. The only people that are responsible in a marriage are the people in the marriage. That's my stance. I am not responsible for your husband, not responsible for your wife. If you got a problem with your husband or wife, that's a problem between y'all. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. To say somebody came in, seduced your husband or wife away from you, and there is a loss of affection, I call BS.
You got BS on it?
I call BS. Right. You wasn't doing your job. If you let somebody come in and seduce your husband or wife away from you, you was asleep at the wheel. That's my thing.
Okay, listen to this one. This is quick.
Oh, good evening to you again, Lauren. So I spoke with the attorney for Akira Montague. She filed this case in a Durham County courtroom just last year. Her attorney and I, we talked at great length, and she tells me this is the third highest settlement in an alienation of affection case that the state has seen since 1895. These are photos shot by the News and Observer from the trial involving a wildly popular Wake County viral TikToker facing civil allegations of alienation of affection and criminal conversation for allegedly having an affair with a married man. In her 14-page civil complaint filed last year, Akira Montague of Durham claimed TikTok star Brene Kennard not only had an affair with her husband, Tim Montague, but she flaunted that affair all over social media to Kennard's millions of followers, accusing her of verbally flirting and having a sexual affair with Montague's husband, among other complaints. I spoke with attorney Robinetta Jones, who represented Akira Montague, about the details of the complaints that were alleged.
So when you are thinking about alienation of affection, you have to think about the humiliation that the spouse went through. Ms. Kennard flaunted her relationship with a married man, and of course it went viral, and my client was humiliated as a result of that.
Jones says her client is happy with Monday's outcome, with the jury deciding to pay her $1.75 million and is still processing tonight.
When you finally are able to tell your truth, she felt a sense of relief.
In the suit, Akira Montague also accusing Kennard of making social media posts, alluding to how she cannot wait to become Mrs. Montague. Akira Montague also alleged that Kennard, who was also married at the time to Tim Montague's first cousin, knew of her marriage, which is necessary to prove an alienation of affection lawsuits.
We were able to prove that they had a loving relationship. They were able to take trips together, spend time together, and still make sure they held themselves out to be husband and wife. Also, text messages helped a lot as well.
Kennard filed a motion to dismiss, arguing the evidence used against her was private and unlawfully obtained. The judge denying that request. Jones says her client represents other women who have been in similar situations with their partner.
She has a voice for women that have been hurt by friends and their loved one. So a lot of people say that they can recognize themselves in my client.
And North Carolina is one of 7 states in the country that has an alienation of affection clause on their legislative body there. But we do know that Kennard, I reached out to her today for comment. She declined to comment. However, in court, she denied all of the allegations that were made against her. We're live in downtown Raleigh tonight. Dewan Hogarth, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
Okay. $1.75 million.
She deserved it. Not because she stole the girl's husband, but because she was stupid. You can't put stuff on social media and flaunt it. You stupid.
Wait, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, do you say it again one more time?
I said she deserved it because she's stupid.
Because she's stupid.
You do.
Okay.
You play silly games, you win silly prizes. I think the statute is BS, but in this circumstance or in this situation, justice was served for being stupid.
Being stupid. Okay. All right.
I hope he was worth it. I hope that I'm gonna have to pull it up. I need to see both of these women at this point.
Well, if you want, I could pull them up really quick while you talk. Do you mind doing that?
Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, if you are going to do silly, outrageous, ridiculous stuff, you don't do it publicly. Your private life need to be private. People don't understand this concept of private life. Everybody want their business to be show business. When you make your life show business, you win silly prizes. That's what happens. So at the point that she was messing with this married man and she funded all over social media, I don't know what kind of money she made, but clearly she made enough that they felt like $1.75 million was worth it. Again, you play silly games, you will win silly prizes. Tricks is for kids. She on her own on that one.
So, okay. So by once you look at the situation, because you don't know what these women look like, what is that going to tell you?
Nothing. I just want to see. I'm curious. They both sound like they ridiculous. He didn't look like much, so I don't know either one of them look like much.
Yeah, so I just heard about it, and I'm like, what in the world? And I was going to send it to you, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just get your live opinion right then and there. So I'm glad I did. So just one moment, I'm logging into TikTok, okay?
Like
1.75.
That's what's up. She can go get her a new husband. Get her a new boo. What the who the little girl said? She said you lost $1 million with me.
Oh.
I hope he was worth it. I hope he was worth it. He better have that good.
Oh, my.
1.75. He better be swinging. Because she just paid for it.
Did they say how long they were married?
It don't even make no difference.
And also, she was married to his cousin, or what was the cousin situation?
I don't even know. It's a lot. Again, you play silly games, you win silly prizes. You put it all on social media, it's out there for the world to see. So when you make your private life public, it's what comes with it. It's what it is. It is what a TI is.
All right. $1.75.
Mm-hmm. Keep your mouth closed. Don't be taking no pictures and videos. Out here doing too much. Mm-hmm. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Just to be more careful.
Okay, so I'm getting this content from TikTok, and it looks like this content creator, Daniva Dose, who's probably part of Funky Daniva, who's also a YouTuber creator, outstanding creator. Been watching him for years, or her, depending on if she's like this or like this. You have to be a subscriber to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, since we're down to the TikTok bar, we're gonna talk about this. All right, I'm gonna bring it on up for you. Add to the stage, and should be this. No longer that. Sorry, one moment. Haha, new to this. One moment. One moment. That's me. And now we're gonna share it again. There we go. TikTok. And share. All right, here we go.
Both big girls, not an issue. First and foremost, 3 million followers does not translate into $3 million. I think that this is a symbolic victory and it's a symbolic gesture because the moment them people said Akira represented herself, I'm sorry, the moment them people said Brene represented herself, that gave, she didn't have no money for no lawyer. And so it's like, don't get me wrong, you got to win on paper. You got to win on paper. And maybe that was all you needed, was just to win on paper. Now, here is the other thing, Kira. You must ain't never been loved right, or that man must got some good ass loving, because there is no world where I would ever go sue another woman over that man. I would not give anybody the satisfaction of thinking I am remotely that bothered or pressed that that man left me for that woman. They say Brene had lawyers, her lawyers dropped her. Lord have mercy, Jesus. They say she had 2 lawyers, both of them dropped her. Lord, they said, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. That dereliction of affection, more people need to sue people for messing with their husband and messing with each other's wives. But the only thing that gets me is, like, what happens to him?
That part.
The alienation of affection. So he get to divorce her. He gets to divorce Brene, and just go live his life, and you be stuck trying to collect this money from. Listen, I hope you get the money, but like she said, she not. I hope the lady get the money. I hate that this happened. This is Renee.
That lady ain't getting no money.
Both big girls.
Okay. You don't think so?
Mm-hmm. Like I agree with him. It's symbolic. It's a statement. She ain't gonna never get no money from her.
Well, I'm not sure if you were able to see the comments, but a lot of people. Well, one viewer said that Funky, who's the guy that just reported this, said so that you don't know half of it. So I feel that you and I might need to look into this, not now, but and dissect it from A through L for lawsuit.
I mean, it is what it is. It's
there's more
again, it don't have to be no more to it. It was real simple. You're stupid for messing with somebody else's husband and putting it all on social media. You get the big L for loser. And that's what she did. Went to court and lost. Period.
Okay, you know what? I really want to comment, but I need more information. But based
You want to
on
comment what? What you want to comment? We listening.
I want to
We here for
I
it.
want to comment. I want to comment on this because reading the comments, it looks like there's more to the story than we know what the outcome was. We know what the outcome, but I need to know the beginning, middle before I get to the end. I just need to know.
Why? What difference do it make?
Something else went down here. It looks like one person said that, well, this man said there's no world where he'd sued another woman. Firstly, sir, you're not a woman, wife, or mother. She absolutely should have sued her, and you should maybe look everything up before speaking on this again. That was a lot of people in the comments.
No, he said what he said, and he meant that, and I'm with him. Again, it's a win for her, even though it's an L. She's not gonna get that money. And as he said, I'm never going to. That's man speak. That ain't got nothing to do with women. That's man speak. Okay. My ego and pride is not going to allow me to sue another man talking about you took my wife. That's craziness. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna take my L in silence. Period. And that's what he said. He said he gonna take his L in silence. But that's the problem. That's the whole problem. That's the point. She didn't get to take her L in silence. Her L was broadcast to the world on a podcast. So she took it to the world. So it is what it is. It's all over everywhere. We talking about it. And that's the point. The other girl took it to social media and made it a public forum. She did the same. I'm not mad at her. Do I think she gonna get some money? Nope. But it is what it is.
Let me take this off now.
What my grandmama said, you can't get blood from turnip. You can't get blood from turnip.
Devinisms. Okay. So I need to do some research. Coming from a female's point of view, I need to do some more research. So I need to go down.
Say what's on your mind. We here for it. Say what's on your mind.
I know.
You got a thought.
I don't know. I'm trying to read. One person said, "Please, Funky." No, this was a win for Akira. What's her name? Brene. Brene's strategy was to appear like she didn't have the money. No, I don't think she's a millionaire, but everything Brene owns, Akira has a right to, probably for the majority of her life. This was a lesson, but the lawsuit wasn't an act of desperation. It was an act of rightful soup. It was a superiority. Thank you. Akira displayed she was a better woman than Brene and every aspect of the world. So, how do you prove that you're a better one? I need to. I obviously don't have any words, so I need to find out what happened. I really need to find out what happened, because a lot of these females that are in his comments, let me see if I can find a male, they're all saying the same thing.
They're all saying the same thing. Trash, trash, trash. All of it is
And apparently, and I'm sorry to cut you off, apparently the guy is now being sued by Renee's ex-husband as the TikTok turns. Like, what?
Again, all trash. All
This
trash.
is really good.
That is not good. That's trash. Trash, trash, and more trash. Throw the whole thing away.
So you're not interested in it?
Mm-hmm. I said what I said.
What? You don't even know the story.
I do know the story. That's all I need to know. I don't need nothing else. You chose to cheat. You chose to put it on public forum. You got sued. You lost. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else to it.
So you don't think that she's gonna get the money?
So Brene has been found liable.
She might.
She not gonna get no money. She ain't got no money. Like I said, you can't get blood from a turnip.
You're not in her pocket.
Google it. What's her name?
You're not,
I'll Google it right now.
You're not
Google it right now. What's her net worth?
She now owes Akira $1.5 million for stealing another woman's husband. The verdict is in, and after days of testimony, tears, and chaos, the jury didn't hesitate. Akira just won one of the wildest courtroom battles the internet's ever followed. $250,000 for alienation of affection.
What's her name?
Akira, aka
plus over $1 million for emotional and
see, we don't even know the name. Okay, Brene. Brenay. Oh, so his name is Tim Brene.
Brenay.
Why?
What's her last name? Kennard.
There's tons. I mean, this as you can see, this
is her last name Kennard?
I don't know her last name. That's why I need to do more research.
Her last name is Kennard.
Okay. So are they friends? What are they? Like what? Oh, he's on the stand crying. Do you see?
Go, what happened to wishing a look? I could clearly peep a snake through the cardiac buff. I was in the cut that they had thought wouldn't be nothing. Them just wanted to play in the streets.
We need it. I'm sorry. You might have your answers, not your little opinion, but your opinion about this situation. But it's something more to this that I don't know anything about, and I'm nosy. I am nosy, and I want to know.
So it says that supposedly she makes $85,000 a month, and her net worth is $2.2 million.
She makes what a month?
$85,000. That's what it says.
A month.
So she married to the dude.
They got married. We don't know. When? okay, everyone, you can tell that Devin is really into this because if you look at his eyebrows, them suckers are up towards the back of his neck. Perfectly arched, I might add. However, I think we need to go ahead and look more into this situation because it looks juicy. I'm ready for the after effects. I'd rather have all the different clips lined up in order, and we could break down each one. That therefore we're not speculating, even though everything that we say on here is alleged. We're gonna be candid with it. But I don't know about you, but I think are you available tomorrow? Can we do? I know you effing lying Friday.
Tomorrow, I might be able to. I don't know. I'm traveling tomorrow, so.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, stupid is as stupid does. She played herself.
Oh my gosh, we were on this. We were.
You what?
Go ahead.
No, I said what I said. She played herself by making it public. And I believe they got married. I think.
But we don't know yet. So what I will do is I'll get the clips together, and then maybe next time, whenever we'll discuss this. Not maybe, we will discuss this. So that will be the topic next time we do Candid. I will break it down. And I'll also bring up we'll go into the good old files and look up the court records and see what we get. How does that sound? Or are you completely over it?
Hey, like I said, it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been on here for 42 minutes. And I'm really excited about the next show. I will get all that together. Are you going to do any research in between time, or are you just going to leave it alone?
I'm done.
You're really done with it. Okay. Great.
Like I said, take your L's in silence. That's what happens. But if you make it public, it is what it is.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Not at all. It's been real. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning in with us. And we're going to play the outro. And that's it. Here we go. See you next time.